Alright guys, I want to show you some silver here, um, just to have some fun. Here's a couple of um, silver eagles that they got. This one, they're gold plated, which is really cool. One of my favorite coins right here. As you can see, I scraped that, whatever you call it, on there. It's just a film, and I scraped it off with my finger because I think it looks a lot nicer without it, to tell you the truth. Um, yeah, so these are pretty neat. And I got some Morgans here that are, fairly old, that I'm probably going to hang on to. Well, I'm going to hang on to all of them, but these are my favorite ones, just because they're older than the other ones. The other ones are in like 1920, somewhere around there, between 1920 and 1925. Here's some Franklin's, and the 40% silver ones, which I guess are kind of hard to find because they don't really have them in circulation much. But somebody brought all these in at one time, and they're pretty cool. And here's one of my favorite coins right here. This is Chinese, I guess, and it's got a really cool dragon on it, and I like the way it's tarnished. So that's pretty cool. I won't clean that one up, that's for sure. And then here's a Morgan that I really like because of the way it's tarnished. It just has that dark tarnish, so it's got the two-tone. Everything else is light. The writing and the face itself, which I think is really neat. And I don't know, it's just a natural process somehow. This is the only one that I got that turned out like this. All the other ones are basically all the same, kind of a dark tone. But yeah, so I'll never clean this one up. This is a really cool the way it is. And yeah, so, and then maybe, I don't know, I bought these, and it sounds like there's some silver in there. There's some tokens from Las Vegas, so maybe somebody out there can let me know how much silver is actually in them. Maybe, 40%, I hope, at least. And because I paid $50 for these, and a silver eagle, and I think 2 halves, or 1 or 2 of these. So I know the silver eagle's worth about $25, but I'm not sure how much these are worth because I don't know what their silver content. But they sound like they got some silver in them, but not as much. Definitely not as much as the 90%. And it doesn't sound like the 40% either. I don't know, maybe it's not even silver. But anyways, it kind of cleaned up like it was. I cleaned it up with the baking soda, and this one you can see is shinier than the others, but still that doesn't mean it's silver. Anyways, here's a couple of steel pennies somebody brought in. A lady brought in a bunch of this stuff, and those are pretty cool. And you guys are all familiar with the junk silver. And then here's a art bar, which I cleaned up with the baking soda. And then here's some silver that I got at a garage sale, which you can get. Going to the garage sales, and people are selling them for like $1 or something. And this is probably worth it. There should be at least an ounce of silver here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's silver or not. But Greg did a video the other day about silver, having fill in it, and this was filled with plaster on the inside. And so yeah, when you're gonna buy something like that, if you're in the business and you're gonna be weighing the stuff out to buy it, make sure that you account for anything that's inside of it, because the metal itself is really thin, and they just put something in here just to help hold it up. and give it some weight, some mass. And then here's some knife handles that I bought. And these are pretty heavy, And I'm going to hold on to all this silver, I firmly believe that silver is going to go up a lot higher, and it's not tying up that much of my money, so it's a really good investment, considering that I'm buying it well below spot. 30% below spot. And here's a spoon I found at a garage sale, clearly marked sterling. You want to make sure that what you buy is marked sterling, either 9.25 or sterling. Else it's not silver. And here's a really neat Clinket bracelet that was made by a guy just before he's getting ready to die. And this guy's probably pretty famous, and I'm gonna hold on to this and try to sell this, to an individual. But it's got, it's not the nicest piece I've seen. It's pretty shaky. When I first bought it, I thought it was somebody that was just learning, and she said no, the guy was just getting ready to pass, and that's why it was like so shaky, kind of looking, and not very, it just seems really kind of basic. Like you can just see a couple places where he carved it. Most of it's stamped, but still it's a really nice piece. I would never melt something like this. Anyways, here's some copper. I don't know if you guys are into copper, but some copper jewelry you never really came across before, seen before. But yeah, I'm into copper. I collect the copper coins, which are worth 2.5 cents. I'll show you my little stash here. Here's some. These are not copper, but these are copper. Right here, here's a big bag of them. And this is something that you guys can do for fun. This is something that some of you guys out there that don't have any money at all whatsoever to, get into the scrap gold business, or but you can invest in copper. I mean, you can collect copper. It's all over the place. I wouldn't condone stealing it or anything like that, but there's a lot of scrap copper around, people's houses, old wiring, pennies. You can just go to the bank and you can get it for free if you're willing to pick the pennies out. I got this copper for basically, I paid a penny for it, and I got a penny and a half, 2.5 pennies worth of copper. So I more than doubled my money by picking the pennies out. And these are easily going to go up to 5 cents a piece, 10 cents a piece. You hold on to them long enough, and especially if the market crashes and commodities go way up, copper is going to go right along up with silver and gold and all the rest of the commodities. So if you don't have any money at all and you want to invest into something, you can't buy silver or gold, I suggest investing in copper and just save it up and hold on to it. Just hold on to it for a few years and trade it in. And you'll definitely make some money. So here's some more silver, just some silver jewelry that I came across at yard sales and stuff. This is a nice silver plate. This is easily over 100 grams of silver, and it's clearly marked on the bottom, sterling. And then there's some earrings. And some of this stuff is, like Greg said, it's good to sell, and you can make a lot more money off of it than just, melting it or whatever, or you can just hold on to it.